Under flickering lamplight, Abe Lincoln paced up and down the parlor of his home in Springfield, Illinois, muttering furious oaths and curses under his breath. With every heavy step he took, the floorboards groaned under the immense weight of his frustration as much as his pounding feet. "The darn fools! This act will send us back to the Dark Ages!" Slumping down in the chair at his desk, he opened his copy of the Kansas-Nebraska Act and looked at the very words that had fired his anger in the first place. "Hush, boys," his wife Mary whispers to their sons as they stirred from their sleep in the next room. "Your father is working late again. Don't let him disturb you. Try to go back to sleep." Unhearing, oblivious to anything other than the current political crisis, he tried to focus on the crude wording of the act, not quite believing that any sane or responsible individual in a government office could have put their name to such nonsense. "Fools, darn fools," he repeated in a rasping undertone, disturbing his sons all over again. "This blows the whole Missouri Compromise to kingdom come." Ever since he'd made a stirring speech against slavery during a session of the Senate Committee on Territories in Peoria, Illinois, earlier in the year, he thought the pendulum had begun to swing in the right direction at last, that years of injustice were finally going to be consigned to the past. But this latest piece of legislation could only have the opposite effect than intended, dividing the country even further, and maybe even leading to an all-out civil war. "I must put a stop to this lunacy!" He banged a fist against the desktop. Mary slipped inside the room and quietly closed the door behind her. "Abe, what on earth is all this noise about? You're talking to yourself. You're disturbing the boys." He looked up at his wife and hunched his shoulders apologetically.